Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a good start to a new week. I wanted to talk about something today that is actually centered around a comment that was made in my last video. This comment was so on point. I pinned it in my last video, but this comment, I'll read it first. It was made by Weston. He said that the most important thing we can do is love God, love our neighbor. That's the big test. The world is failing right now. Stay the course. Stay the course. Amen. And that really struck me because so much is happening, that we need, and this is what we're called to do. And it's easier said than done, really. You really think about it, right? I mean, love God, love your neighbor. I mean, to me, I don't know about you, but yeah, loving God, very easy. Very easy for me to do. Loving your neighbor, easy. Some neighbors, not so much, not so easy, right? In fact, it can be very difficult. Uh, they make it that way in some cases, right? Maybe we're the ones that are tough to love. Never know. But easier said than done. But that's what we're called to do, and I think that's what we really need to focus on right now. We can do this and prep at the same time. We can do both. Okay. Uh, this world, this world is failing. It seems to be just falling apart all around us. Okay, on multiple levels. So we must stay on this course. We must continue to do the good that we can. We need to be an example. It's up to us as individuals, I believe. Stay out there, stay connected, be with others, be mobile if you're able, of course. We had some family come in this past weekend and spend some time in person with us. And it was really good. I mean, it was good to see them and us just spend that time, that quality time together. Yesterday, I took the day off and went to see my youngest daughter. And we met for lunch. Really good time. I mean, it was just rich, good visit in person. After that, we drove over and visited my parents. They're in their 80s. They're slowing down. God bless them. They're still kicking, but just trying to spend time, while we can. We need to do that while we can. Okay. But try not to be isolated. I believe the evil wants you to be isolated. They want you to be alone. They want you to be immobile. Okay. Counter that. I think we need to do what we can to counter that. This world is upside down right now, in my view, in my opinion. What is called good what is good is being called evil right now, and what is downright evil is being called good nowadays. That's just the way it is. I think that's mentioned in the Bible. Uh, the big news too, this new variant. I'm going to talk about it, but this new variant is being talked about like it's the Captain Trips super flu of an old Stephen King novel. Okay. If you know which novel I'm talking about, let me know in the comments. But and then I see where the governor of New York declared a state of emergency. Snap, just like that. I mean, at the same time that the doctors that are first discovering this new variant in South Africa are saying that from their observations so far, the symptoms of this look to be mild. Now I know other scientists are saying that they're troubled by the number of mutations that are going on in this one, but we'll see. But I believe there's a lot of hype about it. We can still be cautious, still boost our immune systems, take our precautions, of course. Other stuff too. I mean, like I said, this world is going upside down. I mean, you got pipelines being shut down, prices going up. That's with fuel, food, everything. Of course, you got a runaway inflation. You think the prices are going to come down? I don't think so. I mean, are the CEOs or are the big companies going to take less money now when they see that you can pay this? Are we reaching a breaking point with all this inflation? I know crime's going up, that's for sure, and it's going to keep going up. It's going to spread. You got inflation ripping people apart right down the dang seams. You got a world that's locking down again. Looks like it could be a repeat of 2020. Let's hope not. You got an energy crisis that's upon us right in the winter, of course. Now, Biden did come out yesterday and say that he's ruling out in no lockdowns, quote unquote, for now. Now, I believe that's up to the states. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong there. But and then you have other things. I mean, you have on the world stage, you got 3 places right now that are hotspots that could spark into a conflict, a big conflict. I mean, you got Russia, Ukraine, you got Iran, Israel. Got to keep an eye on that one too. China, Taiwan. China, I saw where China flew 27 warplanes over Taiwan airspace. I think it was yesterday or the day before. So, these are things to keep an eye on. I know I am. Spot shortages with fuel, gasoline. I'm hearing from you guys out there in different parts of the country that you're having to go to a couple of different stations to get gas. Now, that's not widespread from what I can tell, but if you're seeing that, where you live, let me know if you haven't before, of course. You've got a globe that looks like it's wanting to lock down, that it is locking down again. That's including Asia, and that could include China. A lot of ports that could deliver a knockout punch to an already FUBAR supply chain. I mean, it is just a mess. So, not a good combination. Not a good combination for that to happen right now, though the timing. You got crime waves right now that are just, I think, are increasing from New York to California to Minnesota with these big, huge group ransacking of stores. The police, the law enforcement don't seem to be able to do anything about this. What's going to happen there? I think it's going to spread, so it'll be interesting to see what the reaction to that will be. I think it's going to spread. It's going to keep going. It's going to go into places that you're not going to think about it happening in. And I hear from a lot of you guys out there in comments of other videos that you're seeing crime increase where you live, where it wasn't before, where it wasn't a problem before. So I'm noticing drivers out on the road. I've done some driving the last couple of days. I've noticed that drivers are more on edge. They're more aggressive nowadays. It's like they don't want to stop. There's a stop sign right there. They don't want to stop. It's like half their car or truck comes out in the road. Yesterday I had to take evasive action, swerve to avoid being hit. I mean, I don't know if they're not paying attention. I think they're just more aggressive. They're quick to be angry. Just really have to be on careful. You have to be aware all the time, especially when you're driving. I sense an edginess to people no matter where I am, no matter if it's on the road, gas station, grocery store, any store. I'm noticing that a lot. So, like I said, we have to be the counter to that. We have to do what we can to do that. People used to smile and nod, it seemed like, and say hello or something, in the smaller towns especially, but that's tougher to see now, especially even where I live. I think you have a basic lack of trust right now amongst people in general, amongst neighbors. I believe that's what evil wants. They want to sow the seeds of distrust, isolation, lack of mobility. You're easier to control them. Easier for them to work on you. So we got to counter that every step of the way. I believe we can do that and prep and do our part to take care of each other at the same time. We can walk and chew gum at the same time. We must do good. We must counter this. Like I said, there's lots of good going on. There's lots of good still happening out there. The news isn't going to talk about it. Okay. Rarely will they. But it is. It's happening out there. So stay positive. Like I said, we can do this. Secure at the same time. Also secure your personal protection. Have a plan if you're confronted. Okay, that's vital. That's vital. Self-defense is vital. So focus less on the storm. Focus more on Jesus. less on the storm. We have to be aware of the storm, but focus less on that storm, focus more on Jesus. And of course, be kind, extend grace, but take no dog squeeze. None at all. God bless you. I will see you soon.